Hello everyone, this is Husky here, and you all requested it. You all left every comment and upvoted every single comment that was requesting it. I am here with Whitera, and hang on, we gotta make you much bigger here for this awesome introduction. There he is. What is going on, Whitera? Say hello to everybody.
Hello everyone, welcome on our show. I hope you enjoy HD quality this video, and of course Husky make amazing job for community, and I very happy to join his project.
Oh, Whitera, you are the best, and I just gotta say right away, if there's ever anything I don't understand Whitera, what he's saying, just know it's probably the most smart thing you've ever heard. So I just want to get that out there, just right out the gate. But Whitera, thank you so much for doing this. For those of you who don't know, Whitera is a Protoss player. He travels around a lot, and he is probably the most loved Protoss player on my channel. I mean, it's Whitera, man. He won the HDH Invitational back when the game wasn't even publicly accessible. So he's been around for a long time, and he's also played a lot of Brood War as well. So how long have you played StarCraft, Whitera? How long would you say?
Oh, starting from 1998, it's like more than 20 years ago. I starting playing StarCraft, Brood War, and keep going with job before coming StarCraft 2.
All right, and
take
so
part in a lot of international events. It's be very hard way, but still in game. And I'm 31 years old, but StarCraft 1, StarCraft 2 in my heart.
All right, cool, man. So in this game, it is going to be, a lot of people are requesting this. It is going to be a PvZ. And Whitera, basically what we usually do is just explain the very simple idea of what the replay is going to be, because it's a tutorial video. It's not like it's a big surprise what build you're going to go. So what's kind of the basic overview of this replay just before we get started? So if a Protoss player is watching this, they know about what to expect.
I won't say what problem Protoss last time we play with Zerg, because Zerg it's like bugs way making a lot of units, a lot of workers, a lot of hatchery, a lot of buildings very quickly, and it's very hard play with good Zerg, good macro Zerg, because with race it's can production very fast, a lot of units, big army, and Protoss have two way. Make some timing push, attack Zerg before he get many units, or second way, try play macro with Zerg, building many base, transition on high-tech units, or building big defense like with many cannons, and try to hold Zerg push any attacks. But I prepare more making any timing push and kill Zerg before he get some tech units, or massing many roaches or Zerlings, because I not like play with Zerg macro game. Zerg always ahead, and I not like these unit combinations like Broodlords and Infestors, because it's very strong combo for all Protoss.
Okay, cool. So in this replay, he's going to basically be showing you a fancy 2-base timing that a lot of players have been using, and Zerg, you better watch out, because if the Protoss have access to this, you're going to have to deal with it. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure my replay is working right. There we go. So let's go ahead. I'm going to start the replay right now. And so, of course, spawning up in the top right side is going to be Whitera. His opponent is going to be Nagrim down in the bottom left side. And so basically, Whitera, I just am going to have your vision. We're not going to be seeing what your opponent sees, so we're just going to be seeing what you see. And essentially, what Protoss are doing a lot is Forge Fast Expanding. Do you want to just kind of explain why Protoss have started Forge Fast Expanding as opposed to just using, one base against Zerg?
Yeah, of course. It's very easy to explain. Any Protoss aggressions, beginning aggressions, good Zerg can easy stop and get very huge economic advantage, because when Protoss try building very fast zealots or stalkers, or try use strong strategy like 4-gate push, this strategy let you make very fast 4 units for first attack, for example, and you can warp these units near you enemy base and attack his. If Zerg understand what you Protoss not have second base. Second base give you a lot of minerals, and of course, if you have a lot of minerals, you can building more bigger army. He just building 2 hatchery, making some units, and after he hold you attack, he just can building non-stop many drones and get very good economics. And when you just starting to make second base, Zerg get maybe control health map and get very good advantage.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna stop the replay really quick. Right when your probe, because Protoss, you always have to scout after your first pylon, and as simple as you can put it, Protoss usually scout after pylon, and then what decides when you get the Nexus, or if you go for a Forge first? What is it that you're looking at inside the Zerg player's base? Why did you not get a Nexus first as opposed to getting the Forge first?
I scout in Zerg, and I see what he not building very fast sparing pool, and I understand what I have time for building first Nexus. It's give me in future extra minerals, and my second Nexus will be ready a little bit faster when I, for example, let me explain. I building a Nexus after Forge.
Okay, cool.
After Forge, and it's give me like save mode. If I see what Zerg building Zerlings, I can after building Nexus making cannon, and before Zerling attack my base, my cannon will be ready. So. And you have like a very good economic advantage because you have very fast at the same time Nexus, second Nexus.
Cool. So he did scout, spotted the spawning pool, so that's why the Forge is going to be first. So I'll go ahead and start it here. This is basically a completely standard opener. You can see in the production tab, you can see that there are multiple Zerglings on the way. And about how long will do... Is there a reason you're not blocking his expansion with the pylon here? Is it because of the spawning pool first opening?
Yes, I see what he making sparing pool after second hatchery, and this is standard building from Zerg. For Zerlings, I control the Naga Tower. And my goal is now just understand Zerg won't building third hatchery, or he stay on to base and building gas. Like it's very important scouting for doing Zerg. If you see gas, fast gas, maybe Zerg try make some aggression.
Okay, cool.
For example, like Roach Link or Bailing push, something like that.
Alright, and you have managed to keep the probe
So
alive?
that's why I try scouting.
Cool.
Yeah, I try to keep props. It's if you play StarCraft, it's very important not lose your first prop, because it's only one way get information what doing your opponent in beginning of game.
Okay, and so for the build, Whitera is going to be going. It is going to be a 2-base timing, and what unit composition are you going to have for this very specific? Basically the build you're going. What kind of units are you looking to get here?
I prepare building 3 Immortals and like 6 or more Sentry and Stalkers, because this unit composition very good fighting with mass roaches. All Zerg building a lot of roaches, like mass roaches, and without Sentry and Immortals, this army very hard to beat. We can beat this army with Stalkers and Blink and Sentry, but I am more preparing to use roaches, because one Immortals need to make only 3 shots for kill 1 roaches. If you have 3 Immortals and you make 1 shot on 1 roaches, these roaches die immediately.
Alright, cool. And so he does have his wall in here, and taking a look at the units tab, you didn't make a zealot. Is that just a choice of yours, or is it actually part of the build to not get that zealot?
No, I not make zealots. I won't keep extra 100 minerals for making faster third and fourth gates. At same time, my stalkers, when I building my stalkers, I use chrono boost for control the Naga tower, make sure what Zerg not making a lot of Zerlings or not prepare some Alin, and I check out what Zerg have third hatchery. It's not so fast hatchery, but anyway. I see like what he have free base, and it's like all standard, all going like standard from Zerg side.
Okay,
From my side, I just building Sentry.
Cool. I'm going to pause the replay really quick. So the forge you have now, it's very common for for Protoss to get forge this early for the forge expand. But are you going to be doing any upgrades for this build? Because there have been a lot of +1 timing attacks coming out of Protoss. Are you looking to get any upgrades out of the forge that you have outside your natural?
Yeah, I starting learning +1 upgrade only when I get almost first Immortal, because I no need so fast +1. I spent extra 100 gas for building extra Sentry. Because like I need more energy, keep as much as possible energy for my get as much as possible energy for my Sentry for using this spell like Force Field or Guardian Shield.
Okay, cool. And also, Warp Gate research. Is this something that you need to get right away, or are you spending your chronos on things like probes and Immortals? Because usually Protoss just wants to get it out very quickly. But what are you using your chrono boosts on while Warp Gate is researching?
I using all chrono boost before I get Robo building my probes. And after I spent all chrono boost building faster Immortals, non-stop Immortals.
Okay.
I no need for this strategy. You no need to get so quickly Warp Gate because you not have in time new gateway because you spent all your minerals on Immortals and making first economics. For this strategy, you need make 44 probes. 16 workers on main and 60 workers on second base must bring you minerals. Each minute you get 600 minerals if 16 workers working on one base. If you have two bases, you get every minute 1,200 minerals. And plus 12 workers on gas, like 6 workers on my main and 6 workers on my expand. It's give you around more than 500 gas in each minutes.
Cool, and I'll start the replay in just a second, but about what timing do you get the 2 gas at your expansion? Is it a specific time in the game, or do you just feel how the game's going? When do you get the 2 additional gas at your natural?
I starting building 2 additional gas around 6 minutes after starting, maybe 6 minutes 10 seconds, for example. It's all depends about scouting. If I not see any aggressions, I building gas around 6 minutes after game starting.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and start the game once again so we can just continue to see that. Right now you can see the first Immortal. Is this a normal timing for it to pop out? It looks like it's popping out right at around the 7:40 minute mark. Is that when you want to have your first Immortal?
Yes, and when I get first Immortal, I immediately starting making second Immortals and try not let Zerg scouting my base. It's very important not show you strategy for Zerg. But with Overlord on this map, it's very easy to control my units when I try attack. But you can see what I building Robo Bay, and Zerg can't see my Robo Bay and Immortals in this moment.
Okay, cool. The +1 has started. You can see that one on the way. And are you still at this point just using non-stop chronos on Immortals? You're not chronoing out your upgrades, you're not chronoing out any workers at this point, or anything is just straight on Immortals?
And I start building workers, like I say, and spend all my minerals for building more gateway. because I understand what I need to go attack my opponent right now. And before I coming closer to his base, I need to get all these gateways.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it right. I'm gonna pause right here because cool. Yeah, I'm gonna pause it because this timing is looking good. So in your main base, right at the 9.5 minute mark, we see all the warp gates going to be thrown down and completing up right there. And it looks like right when that third Immortal is done, you also made an observer. Is the observer to deal with creep, or what is the point of the observer?
Observer give you information. Yeah, it's two way. You can kill creep, and it give you information about position Zerg units. Zerg in this time not have if Zerg play macro, he not have overseer near third base. Zerg preparing many Zerg preparing building overseer when get layer closer to your base and scouting your base. So they not see you observer near third base, and you get a lot of information where is Zerg units. And if you have this information, you can be ready for any Zerg's attack. And your goal not let Zerlings and Roaches coming closer to your army and make you trap.
Okay, cool. And yeah, I like the pylon you have that completed your wall in. So at this point, since you locked your base, you kind of closed the doors. Are you done making Immortals and you're just warping in off of these gateways? Or
yeah, I don't need 3 Immortals. Yeah, I don't need more than 3 Immortals, because all Immortals you need keep your door open. If there get Spitzerlings, he can come on your base and say hi, you workers. And after Zerlings say hi, you workers, you lose maybe a lot of your props.
Okay,
so
cool.
Zerlings very angry Zerlings. And I make a second cannon near my cybernetics core. You see, like I find good position, because Zerg without vision can't kill this cannon.
Oh yeah, I actually just see it going down. Yeah, right there. That's cool. That's gonna protect him there. And then basically at this point, guys, you can see he has the pro brought off with the army here, and he's gonna be dropping down that pylon. That pylon will be ready right around when all these gateways are kicking in. You can see them turning into warp gates. So this is going to be a very, very powerful attack. So when you're moving forward, how important are force fields, and how are you looking to use the force fields when you engage what is usually a roach army?
For example, when you use this strategy, it's for Protoss it's very micro, need very good micro, because all depends how you use your force field. If you use very good force field, it's be a very easy win for you. If you miss one, for example, only one force field, there can hold you attack, and it's be very hard later may come back in this game, because if you not make any damage to Zerg, you just lose a lot of army, like all Sentry, all Immortals, and transition to an overtouch. It's almost impossible. Zerg can kill you very fast, or just transition on infestors or broodlords, and you can do anything. So that's why very important use very perfect force field in this strategy.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and start it again. We can see the Zerg player is just starting to get some of the roach upgrades. He is working on the +1 armor, and why don't you just kind of walk us through what's going to be happening here? It looks like your replay is perfectly synced, but just kind of explain what your idea is in the next minute or so here.
My idea is just waiting when pylon building, not split my army, and like you say, building warp prism. Warp prism need for warp units on Zerg creep, because when Zerg have creep, you can't building pylons on creep. But if you use warp prism, you immediately can warping reinforcement, and very important not let kill reinforcements to Zerling. You see, like I protect 2 Stalkers and 2 Immortal and 2 Sentry, and continue attack Zerg. Now it's very important to find very good position and move ahead 3 Immortals for killing spawn crawlers if Zerg have spawn crawlers, and use force field plus Guardian shield, and it will be very easy to split Zerg army and just kill first part Zerg army after second part and not lose a lot of units. Here I lose one Immortal, but several units, but I kill Zerg all his army and just continue attack his base.
Okay, cool. And just looking at the unit composition here, you can see that he does finally have more Stalkers, but you can see why it's really, really important to get the Sentries first, just so you have a lot of energy there. And at this point, the production shows just a huge swell of Zerglings. So really, correct me if I'm wrong, but really the only thing you can lose to at this point is if he gets either a counterattack, which you've already dealt with, or if he manages to get a big surround. But it looks like you've retained a lot of your units here. During the attack, are you mostly warping in Stalker Zealot at this point, or do you still need more Sentries?
You see, I win a big battle, and I understand it's already my game because I kill Zerg all his army and kill her base. He tried surround my units, but I have just a lot of Stalkers, Immortals, Zealots. It's good try with Zerglings, but Zerg lose a lot of army, and every 40 seconds I warp just 7 units and continue my aggression, and it's already my game.
Alright, so yeah, at this point you can see he's already got Zealots in the main base using the War Prism to harass basically everywhere. And this is basically why this 2-base timing is so strong. We've seen a lot of Protoss players not only use this on ladder, but also use it in tournament play as well. And yeah, you can see slicing down the drone. So that's going to pretty much be it for this game. It may be kind of a weird question because this is basically a 2-base timing where you're hoping it does damage. Is there any transition out of this? Say you did an equal amount of damage, are there any options for transitioning out of this, or do you just keep warping in off the gateways?
If something going wrong, better try move back and take third base. And after transition on Stalkers and Blink, making +2 upgrade on attack, because +2 help very well kill Stalkers, kill Roaches and any units, for example Mutalis, Zerlins or Hydralisk. Or you can transition on Colossus, because you have 4 Gaze and Robo, and try make another attack with 2 Colossus. 1 Colossus it's not strong because it's not too much damage, but 2 or more Colossus help you a lot in battle.
Okay, and as a Protoss player, if you're using this build on ladder, what kind of things do you have to watch out for that the Zerg can do against this build? So what's kind of your biggest threat?
Many Zerg like building a lot of drones, and after they building a lot of drones, they starting make army. This build order not let Zerg making too much drones. If Zerg making more than need drones, it's be very easy to take this game, because he not have enough units for in time for hold you attack. If Zerg want to hold you push, he need making guess on 6 minutes after game, and try split army. For example, attack Road Zerling in front, your army, and behind attacking, maybe use 20 Zerlings, try surround your army and kill Sentry. Main goal Zergs for hold this push, it's kill as much as possible Protoss Sentry, because without Protoss Sentry, Protoss without Sentry can't use force field, and Zerg very easy can focus in Immortals or any units.
Okay, and is this a build that works on most any map on ladder? Because you know, there's between like 8 and 10 maps that people will be playing when they're playing on ladder. Is this a build that's good for 4-player maps, or is it mostly just kind of a 2-player map?
You can use this build for any map, but better maps for this building, it's Cloud Kingdom, Ahana, Daybreak. Very you can attack third base your opponent. Like if first base your opponent closer to you, for example, And yeah, you can use on map for 4 players map this strategy, but it depends how far starting play your opponent. For example, when your opponent more far away from you, it's give Zerg more time for building more units. It's not good for Protoss.
Okay, cool. And is the warp prism, is that some special tactics, or would you highly recommend using the warp prism in this
Yeah,
push?
warp prism. It's of course you need, when you have 3 Immortals and Observer, make one warp prism, because you have a lot of minerals and enough for making warping 7 units every 40 or 50 seconds, and Zerg can kill all your pylons. For example, if you go to very fast attack and some hiding Zerg army, maybe several roaches and Zerlings, can very fast kill your pylons, and you can't warp units near these pylons. But when you have warpism, Zerg can't kill your prism if he won't use like Zerlings and roaches. He needs queens, but queens, it's be not easy kill your prism because you warping units almost near your army, and queens, you can focus in queen or use force field, just not let queen kill your prism.
Okay, cool. And so basically, guys, this video was to show you the 2-base timing that you may have seen a lot. I mean, in GSL, at MLG, I've seen it in a lot of tournaments. And so it's just basically kind of the 2-base timing where you get 3 Immortals, a bunch of warp gates, and you move out. Do you have any other last things to say about this build, or do you think that you covered it pretty well?
Yeah, it's like many modification with build. You can building first Zealots after Stalker. You can building 2 Immortals, War Prism, and 6 Gateway End Attack, maybe a little bit faster your opponent. But I'm preparing like 3 Immortals because I say why. One shot, 3 Immortals immediately kill 1 Roaches. Like if you Immortals very close, you can just focus in 1 Roaches, 1, and like very easy sniping a lot of Roaches. Same time use Force Field and Guardian Shield. It's not let Zerg making a lot of damage to your units.
All right, cool. So make sure, guys, to go follow Mr. Whitera. If you liked it, let us know what other builds you'd like to see. If you didn't like it, let us know why. But thank you, Whitera, so much for sharing the knowledge, dropping the knowledge bombs there. And I think that's gonna be it. But I'm gonna post all his links down below. Whitera, you are allowed to put whatever links down here you want. And I gotta ask you, do you have any shout-outs or anything you want to say to everyone out there before we end the video?
Yeah, of course, we can in future. Just back from Ukraine Blizzard qualification, take second place. It's be very hard for me, but I do it, and see you on Europe finals. Yeah. I hope I can show better game. And if you interested, maybe in future we can make analysis some special tactics with carriers together, maybe some Mothership crazy build. And,
yeah,
we have a lot of special tactics.
You're making me happy already, Whitera. But saying that, we're gonna have to absolutely do it now. So guys, make sure to comment on the video if you liked Whitera. Go show him some love. Again, I'll have all his links down below. He is amazing, and hopefully we'll have some special tactics for you coming up. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, bye-bye. Thank you very much for inviting me, and see you next time.